I was in the Navy for 16 and a half years. When I look through this community as a veterans community, I don't see the unkept grounds, or I don't see overgrown trees. I see a beautiful community with beautiful homes, awesome, amazing veterans becoming one.
It really does take a vision to fulfill a dream, and that is what Habitat Humanity wants to do with this piece of land here in Yorkville. I'm Tom Barnes. This is the Chicago scene at the future site, hopefully, for 116 veteran homes. Habitat Humanity, one of the biggest builders in the world, the biggest nonprofit in the world, top 10 builders in the United States. They're setting their sights on this piece of land here for veterans, one of the first of its kind communities, all veterans, 116 homes. I'm going to talk to Jeffrey, who is in charge of Habitat Humanity on this side of Illinois, and we're going to get the scoop on how they're going to make this a community for veterans. That is the Chicago scene for today. So let's go and talk to Jeffrey. All right, so we're out here on this beautiful spring day here with Jeffrey Barrett, and you are with Habitat for Humanity, sir, right?
Correct.
So for people who might not know, can you just give me a little rundown on exactly what you guys do?
Habitat for Humanity builds affordable housing. We build housing for hard-working families. These aren't families that are looking for a handout. They're looking for a hand up. They want to have the American dream of home ownership, and maybe they just don't make quite enough money to do that. So that's what Habitat for Humanity does. We give them that opportunity to achieve that dream, to achieve stability and equity and financial equity, as well as far as and also emotional equity, so that they have better lives for years to come.
And that is why we're here on this space. So we are in Yorkville, and this is a 50-acre plot of land. Did I get that right?
Yeah, it's 50 acres. It's previously called Kendallwood Estates. It is now something we're trying to build as Operation Home America, specifically for veterans, but using the Habitat for Humanity model. Hard-working veterans, hard-working families who are not looking for a hand up, but are looking for a handout, but are looking for that just a little bit of a handout. And we know that this is right in line with what Habitat for Humanity already does.
Yeah, I've been reading some of the literature, and you said, for veterans, by veterans. That's got to be something really important for this, as people have pride. People don't want handouts. They want to hand up just to get a little bit ahead, because a lot of people, especially the people that might be interested in this, 30 to 80% of them are working at or below the poverty line as far as financially. So this is something that would be able to help them get the American dream of having their house, right?
Right. There's 728,000 veterans in Illinois. 34% of them are below area median income, so they have this need. They can't go to a bank and get a conventional mortgage, so they can come here with Habitat for Humanity, and we can do it. And you mentioned for veterans, by veterans. That is key, because all of our homeowners, Habitat homeowners, and this project as well, they help build the project. They are part of it, and they give back. And as a matter of fact, any mortgage money, and they get a mortgage that's incredibly affordable, 0% interest, by the way, and it's going to be at only 30% of whatever their income is. But that mortgage money goes to help build the next houses here in the community. So it's a pay it forward thing all the way around, not just in the sweat equity put in, but in the financial equity they give back.
And this particular piece of land that we're on is of vast interest, just because the infrastructure is already here. Obviously, behind you there's fire hydrants, the streets are paved, there's sewers and gutters. That in itself is a huge expense that's already kind of been taken care of when you think about purchasing this property, right?
When we ran the numbers on that, just the work that's been done, the infrastructure, the land, the curbs, the detention ponds, everything, it's at least $5 million worth of work. And the property right now is have a great opportunity to buy this property for $1.2 million. And time is of the essence to get that money. We're doing successfully. We're raising that money, but we need a lot more yet. We're still trying to get to that point of $1.2 million. And we know there's folks out there who have a call to serve. We have veterans who followed their call to serve, their call to duty, to protect, to serve, to provide freedom for this country. And we know that there's other people out there, maybe they weren't in the battlefield, but they can be in the home field, and they can provide that same thing right now for these veterans, for these families, no matter what their situation is.
For people who want to be able to help or just learn more about what you guys do or be a part of a future project or this project, what's the best way for them to do that?
They can call me, or they can get a hold of us at foxvalleyhabitat.org. And my name is Jeffrey Barrett, and just give me a call.
Just give you a call,
I'll hook you up and give you all the information you ever wanted. So,
what's the phone number people should call?
630-294-8575.
Or I've read in some of the literature as well is that this project is an ambitious one. It's a big one, and it will be one of the few, if not the only one thus far that is built this size, and it's all for veterans, in one spot. It's not like a strip here and there in a different subdivision. This is a subdivision that will be of veterans, all built by you guys, right?
Yeah, that's true. There are other Habitat for Humanities who have done veteran communities, but they've been small, 4, 6, maybe 16 homes, and they're terrific. That's great. The difference in this is that it's peaceful. You can hear it. You've taken pictures. It's beautiful.
Well, 50 acres, that's huge
50
too.
acres is huge. It's going to be 116 homes.
Yeah.
So yes, that is the biggest that it would be in the country that Habitat for Humanity has done as a veteran community, for sure.
And I imagine it will make a world of a difference to the veterans that will apply to be a part of this and to start their lives here, for sure.
Absolutely. This is we call it Operation Home America because isn't that what it's all about? It is about veterans living back in America. It becomes their home. They fought for their home, and it's uniting us as one. And if there's anything we need in this country right now, it's being united together as one. And this is something that can bring everybody together as one. And we're offering a community center. I won't go deep into that, but it's really not just about a fellowship place as you think of a normal community center, but it's about an approach to providing services that are healing for physical, emotional, and financial.
And a sense of belonging and a sense of ownership and pride, and all wrapped up in the American dream, right?
Yeah, that's what Habitat for Humanity is all about, is the ownership part of it, because we see that in our families that were struggling before, and they get a home and they start to build equity. One of the statistics we're proudest of is all the homes we built. Sadly, none of our homeowners have ever been to college, but all their children are going to college, and that's the difference.
Well, and that's the dream, try to make it better for the generation that follows, right? So thank you very much for showing me this space. I wish you guys nothing but the best, and you have a deadline that you are approaching to purchase this space, right? That's the important thing that
June 15th, that's where we're trying to get out.
And then when you guys get that and make that all happen, when do you think you start building on this site?
Then we start doing the infrastructure. Well, we have 4 months of work to do with the city and make sure all the permits and that can go through. But then we start excavating and digging and grading and doing all the work we can do, so that hopefully, if the right number of funds come in, we can be building next spring, right now, maybe even in the rain.
All right. Well, I'll get out of your way so you guys can start. I appreciate it very much for allowing me to help tell this story. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Habitat for Humanity, TBARNAS at WGNTV.com. That's TBarness at WGNTV.com. If you have a suggestion for the Chicago scene. Until then, thank you for watching. I'll see you later.